courthouse the other day. In the hallway, you're singing, "Oh, Happy Day."
One word prayer. Justice, where are you?
Hi, welcome to Bryant and Baden. I'm Linda Kenny Baden. Well, we are in day 19 of the Michelle Troconis trial, and our own Michael Bryant has been out at the courthouse. Michael, there's a cross-examination that follows the prosecutor's direct examination. The cross is always very important. What do we learn from this witness who has immunity to testify against Michelle Troconis?
Yeah, Linda, day 2 of Paul, and it is Paul. I've been saying Paul, but I got that wrong. I apologize. It's the Polish name, Paul Giemeni. And mostly cross-examination today. Key to the cross-examination, John Schoenhorn pointing out that this witness not so forthright with the cops, especially early on. In fact, there were statements he attributes to Michelle Troconis that weren't even told to the cops till last year, late last year. What could have changed? What would have made him more able to recollect what happened? Well, he entered into the immunity deal in December 2023. He even told cops new things in January of 2024 that hadn't been talked about prior. So John Schoenhorn focusing on that, and two big issues, two big statements that really get to the headlines. The B-word statements. One attributing to Michelle Troconis a statement about Jennifer Dulos, the bitch should be buried next to the dog. Remember, this relates to the sick dog that the Dulos family really had. Fotis Dulos had the dog, but it was a family dog. It was dying. He wanted the kids to see it, and allegedly Jennifer Dulos wouldn't allow that to happen. That precipitated the Michelle Troconis statement. That was cleared up in cross-examination today, that a statement being attributed to Michelle Troconis. The other B-word statement came 4 days after Jennifer Dulos disappeared. The first statement about a month before she disappeared, and this second statement 4 days after, when Michelle Troconis, according to this witness, said, "When she comes back, I'll kill the bitch." That's a huge headline. I get that. But think about it in the context of timing. 4 days after she disappears, I don't know, unless you're really thinking things through, why would you put that spin on it if you were involved in the death and or disappearance of Jennifer Dulos? Maybe she is just that clever. Maybe Michelle Troconis says, if I say it this way in this context at this time, it'll help me look innocent. I don't know. It just doesn't ring true in that sense. It sounds more like somebody who's mad at the wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, of your boyfriend and all of the chaos being caused by her disappearance. Just my take. So those two things, huge issues. Well, the cross-examination focused really mostly on the disingenuous nature of Mr. Giemeni's testimony until he got that immunity agreement. So key for this jury, as this guy really has been the most important witness for the prosecution.
And Michael Bryant, most of us are still waiting for the evidence that actually connects Jennifer Dulos' death, the conspiracy to commit murder that Michelle Troconis is talking about, to the evidence in that courtroom. What is it? What has it been? Can you summarize, if any, for us, for our viewers?
LKB, that's really the big question, right? Let's look at the three charges pending against Michelle Troconis. And we're 19 days into this trial. Conspiracy to hinder prosecution. Well, if you remember all of her interviews with the cops, she was very helpful. I'll go help find the body. She did everything she could, it appeared from looking at those interviews, to help find Jennifer Dulos. I don't think hindering prosecution is the strongest case. Let's talk about the second one, conspiracy to tamper with evidence. I think that's really a dead bang winner. You know, you hear Michelle Troconis in one of the interviews admitting that, yeah, Fotis Dulos drugged me into this mess to clean it up, and I hate him for it. I think that's pretty straightforward. But let's talk about the big enchilada here. Conspiracy to commit murder. What have we seen so far? Again, day 19, probably a week or so of the prosecution case left. And at this point, we have some negative statements made by Michelle Troconis. We know she was involved in the cleanup through a number of different sources of evidence and her admission. That's a long way from getting to conspiracy to commit murder. In fact, I would suggest at this point in time anyway, there is a reasonable doubt chasm that you could drive you could drive a Toyota Tacoma, Ford Raptor, Chevy Suburban, and Jeep Cherokee through abreast. We'll have to see how the prosecution does in the days that remain in their case in chief.
I'm Linda Kenny Baden, and we're Bryant and Baden. Michael Bryant will be out there again, and we'll keep you up on this case. We'll keep you updated on all the legal news. Stay with us here at Bryant and Baden.